Monday. You were spotted on a plane.
Yeah, I came back Monday late afternoon.
Late afternoon.
Right.
And what happened yesterday? You didn't
I needed a day.
You needed a day to pull yourself together?
I needed a day.
You needed a day after rehab.
Yeah, well, you see, here's the thing. Do you really think that I would call you up and lie to you on purpose?
Yes.
Why would I do that?
Because
why would I call Howard
you.
just to make him look like a jerk?
What did you not tell a lie about?
I was away doing something to get better. I did not want to go to this place. You're making it sound like this was a spa. I got dragged there, kicking and screaming. I did not want to go because, as Robin points out, oh, Howard, he's an addict.
Yeah, what I heard.
I'm a good witch.
What I heard was...
oh, Howard, he's an addict.
I heard it, you're sort of weird.
A blind monkey could tell you I'm an addict, you fuck.
like not being called a liar. So
right. Whatever you want to call me.
So, anyway... What I heard that your weird intervention when it was your sister and Colin.
It wasn't an intervention because it was two people. An intervention is a big thing.
Well, for a while, everyone was trying to get me to come to an intervention.
Right. My sister said to me.
No.
My sister said to me during the middle. I said, "Look, it's just me and Colin. I could have went bigger with this." And I said,
"It's not time for the big one."
I said, "I know," and I said, "I'm coming, Elizabeth. This is the big one."
The word on
I wish it was time for the big one.
People are explaining their theories about you, all the time to me. So I go.
By the way, I heard Howard 100 News, and thank God Will didn't send that note because that would have been terrible.
What was the note?
What note?
Will said on Howard 100 News, all these fags on the news. I was going to send Artie a note to say good luck, but I would have looked like a fool. And then Jason goes, well, I guess Jason sounded so faggy. He goes, well, again, we're all caught up in Artie's web of drug lies. Have you ever heard anyone with a dick say web of something? So I went to this place to go detox, which is what they do. That's what they do there. Everyone's hung up on the word rehab. It's not a rehab. They don't want to be known as a rehab. But when I'm texting somebody, I don't know how to explain that because they don't really let you make a lot of phone calls. They don't like that part of it.
Right.
So to me, it was a rehab because I had to stop doing everything I was doing immediately. They don't let you do drugs.
Right.
You got to go there. And the people that I was with were all trying to get off dope and cigarettes and sleeping pills. People were there with terminal cancer. It's a heavy place,
Right.
And you got to go to meetings and shit. And these what they do when they saw my blood, they take your blood first and they send you to a doctor who analyzes your blood. And they said, all right, listen, your kidneys aren't bad, thank God. Thank God my prostate is like, I don't know, that must be hereditary. I have a fantastic prostate.
And, you have a fantastic prostate.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how that happens. So, but they said, look, in the blood work, they said, I know you're worried about your liver. And I said, yeah, I am. And quite frankly, that's what keeps me away from the doctor. And they say, oh, fear kills people. You got to go to the doctor, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, what's it look like? We got it done now. And she said, well, the last time you got blood work done, had you just been drugging and drinking? I said, probably within 24 hours. They said, that's why. Your enzymes were way up, and that's why it could look bad. You get a false reading. They said, all the enzymes are fine except one, but it's an important one. And I don't know what that means, but they said it's an important one. It's very high. But it's reversible. So in a week, we could reverse this whole thing. You just got to follow this plan. So they had me every morning getting up and drinking cucumber juice. Okay. I have to do a huge shot of cucumber juice. Then you need a prescription for an apple. Okay, that's how hardcore it is. You can't have an apple because it's sugar. There's no sugar, all right? Yeah. Everything's raw food. And an apple, fruits are sugary. You can't have them. So it's all vegetables. So I get my prescription for an apple. The reason I get the apple is because I have to down 3 cloves of garlic every morning, noon and night. And the only way you could do it is with an apple.
Well, what the hell are you eating garlic for?
Because that is a quick fix for your liver. That's all liver
trying to ward off a vampire.
Well, that's what I said. I said, is a vampire going to come and kill me? They said, no, it's all for your liver. This is fast shit for your liver. So,
here, let me ask you some questions.
So then then every night, then every morning, noon, and night after the cucumber juice, I have to get what they call a wheatgrass implant. It's not an enema.
What's a wheatgrass implant?
They shove it they shoot wheatgrass up your ass.
How do they get it in there?
Like they they have like an IV bag above you.
But it's with water.
They pour it with wheatgrass. They pour wheatgrass in it. And it's liquid, though. They liquefy it. And it goes down and into your ass. A nurse has to do this.
So it's an enema.
It's an enema.
No, but you're not supposed to shit it out. You're supposed to hold it in there for as long as possible because
it's like a colonic, Robin.
But it's an enema. It's a retention enema is what they call it.
It's retention.
She knows all those words.
Robin,
she knows about it. She does all that stuff.
I didn't hear that.
Didn't you retain it?
I did.
How long did you hold it?
Retaining my hatred for you. So this goes right up to my liver.
Yeah.
In 7 seconds, it gets to your liver.
Right.
So, and then it just cleanses it. So between that and the garlic, the next day, I was rolling around in pain, and I said, look, I feel like I'm going to shit out my liver, because they told me exactly where it was. They said, that's all the toxins leaving, man. You got to, like, wait that out. So the next day, I get a colonic. This is like, you know, I go to this woman, 58-year-old woman, right? She's like, oh, I've been living by... Everyone who gives you a colonic, it takes a half a fucking hour. They have to tell you their history of colonics, about why it's helped them.
Right.
So she's like, and it's a dainty old woman telling me, I tell you, since I've gone raw food, every stool is 1.5 feet.
Oh, boy.
And I go, listen.
Isn't that a treat?
Right.
Wow.
So
Why would you want a 1.5 foot stool?
So that's what I said.
Right.
Well, if it's in, don't you want it out?
She said, otherwise you're impacted. That's what she said. So the first enema, I couldn't take it in my ass. I said to her, I can't do this. You're hurting my ass. She goes, you have a very tight rectum. I said, well, yeah.
And
I want to keep it.
In there.
You're a virgin.
I want to keep it that way. So I had to get off the table. I ran off, but she had shit in me. So I took an 8-hour shit.
Wow.
That was all the stuff coming out of me, and like, you know, it sounded like a machine gun.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was the most refreshing. Like I lost weight from the shit, and my weight pants, my size of my pants changed. So she said, "Well, that
shit came out of you, do you think?"
Like
Howard, I don't know. Time. I was probably on the shitter for a good 5 minutes.
Well, how much did you lose the next day? Like, we'll see how many pounds.
Well, they don't weigh every day. So then she said, well, your second one will be better. You'll be a little more, I don't know.
Relaxed.
I guess, yeah, because she said, you're very tense. I said, well, I don't like shit up my ass. And I asked the question, like, I think someone asked it in here, and I wasn't trying to be funny. I said, how do you think gay guys do this? Because it's really...
Does it hurt when they put the tube in your ass?
Yes, it does. And then you feel like it's perforating something. And you go, whoa, stop. And they go, no, that's normal. It's all just like, you know, muscle
normal.
and shit.
Did they tell you to take a big, deep breath? And...
Oh, yeah. And I said, I would have done that anyway.
Robin, I didn't realize how difficult, because Robin doesn't have that much trouble with insertion.
Well, how many inches do you take?
She takes over 4 inches.
They don't have enough hose.
They said we tried to go to the big hose for you because, you know, you're a big guy. But she said, would you prefer the standard? And I'm like going, standard.
It's a small one.
Yeah, so that's why it fell out the first time. It wasn't in long enough.
All right, so let me understand what's going on here. So here's
I have been, this place got me detoxed, and I have been off drugs for 15 days, to Christmas Eve.
So what drugs were you doing when you told us you were, you know...
When you were clean.
When you were clean, but you really weren't. Like,
I wasn't doing before I left.
Doing heroin.
I wasn't doing heroin before I left.
Okay.
Here. I did it in between my time, the last day here, and going to.
You fell off the wagon right out, as soon as we went on vacation.
Probably no.
The heroin way.
December 19th. December 20th is when I fell off the wagon.
So when you called me, you told me that you're feeling now like you beat heroin.
I did.
Do you still feel that way?
Yes.
Wow.
Because I got past, listen, my experience with it, I never in my life have gotten past that 4th hell day.
Yeah.
I always pussy out and take a Subutex.
Right.
And I was going to do it the first time, but that's when I found out about the Subutex. So the goal here was excuse me.
So are we looking at the new Artie? I mean, like, are you a new reborn Artie?
I feel good. I'm trying to be healthier. And,
what are you going to do? Like what are you going to eat today on the air? What are you going to eat on the air today?
Like today, I'm not having my bagel or anything. I'm just going to get. I'm going to have the turkey burger without the bread. So,
wow.
Don't you think that might trigger something? Haven't you only been on raw food?
No, I left the
place.
Went
to Nobu.
I don't know.
While he was in
when I asked for raw food, I said to Colin Quinn, I said, you mean like sushi and chicken? I started to like sushi. He's like, no.
So
I had 8 days of raw food, man. That's for me. That's like, that's hard time.
What did you do? But you went to Nobu. You didn't have 8 days. Oh, you had 8 days and then you went to Nobu.
It's been 15 days.
Okay.
When he moved to Miami.
Right, and I went.
Right.
Well, here's what happened with Miami. We started. Me and two of the other kids started breaking. We were like, we had the lamest New Year's Eve. We went to bed at 9 o'clock, and you're up so early there doing all this shit. You're
tired.
Yeah. So I would sleep before I had a chance to eat. It wasn't that bad. So I was waking up in the morning. You know, when you wake up and you somehow avoid that urge to eat the night before, you feel great.
Right.
But there's no reward. It's an apple and garlic. So me and these two other kids who had money, everybody there has money because it's very expensive. It's in West Palm Beach. So
you know what Sam Kinison said? Some listener reminded me of this. He said, if you go to $13,000 rehab, he goes, if you have $13,000, you don't
have a drug problem.
You don't have a drug problem because.
Well, that was back then. 13 grand was way more.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. He's saying like you haven't. Someone else said this to me. Someone you know actually said the thing with Artie is.
Everyone has the thing with Artie.
Artie hasn't hit rock bottom. The problem is. He's doing drugs and stuff, but he's doing the best he's ever done in his career.
Right, that's bad. That's bad thing. But here, just why I have something that I'm here's what I listen to a lot of the show.
Right.
I'm begging you to do this. I really, and I will comply with this, and it's unbelievable because I'm saying to do this. No other work accuses someone of being a heroin addict and doesn't accept random drug tests.
Right.
I will.
We don't want your random drug test.
Why?
Because Artie, you're missing the point.
Listen.
You don't even ever have to lie to me. You can tell me when you're on heroin because
I'm not. I don't care. Well, I talk to you 90% on the air. Because I don't feel like telling people out there I'm doing heroin.
I care about your health and all that. But one of the things I've said, even when they approached me about an intervention, I said Artie does a good job with me. I don't have a problem. You guys have a problem.
I know,
with
but
Artie.
here's rock bottom. If you want to accept that guy's advice, because Chris Rock came in here too, and he's seen a lot of people in his life who've gone through this. He said, "Look, you're gonna have to fire him. That's the only way to get rid of him."
But I don't want to fire you.
Okay. Well, then listen. Then you're gonna have to keep dealing with this because
I'm not dealing with anything. You're doing fine.
All right. Well, then why don't stop? If I'm not here, don't talk about it on the air. Then
no, you have to. If you don't show up, I got to go. Hey, there's a reason the guy's not here.
Yeah. Well, then play Blue Iris blowing somebody. You don't have to talk about it.
I can't say to my audience, "Hey, Artie's not here. We don't know what's going on." I mean,
right, but that could be a 10-minute conversation. It doesn't have to be 4 hours of the show.
I'm just saying you don't have to lie to me. I read your book. I left you a lot of messages.
Yeah. By the way,
book
thank
is great.
you for those.
The book was great. I mean, really, really great. I love it. I recommend it to everyone. But, man, it got me so sad for you. I mean, there's a lot of good laughs and everything, but...
there's a lot of shit, man.
I read the book. I said, geez, I said to Beth, I didn't even realize how heavy your problem was. Like, I know I've heard all those stories, but, like, when it's all in the book and written down like that, it kind of hit me.
Like that,
yeah, I just said, poor Artie's going through freaking hell with this stuff. And I said, if he needs time off, he can take it.
Right.
And
you said that before, though. You said that before.
I did, but I mean, that's why when I heard you were in, so-called rehab.
Rehab is the word everybody's hung up on. Right. I went to a place to get off drugs, but it's not called a rehab. But it was hell for me, and it worked right till now. But
let me ask you something. Why did you have different expected return dates?
Because, well, here's what happened. My sister is not talking to me right now because I promised her I'd go for 3 weeks.
Right.
But listen, I mean, I don't know if you. I mean, Howard, I know you can relate to this with work, although you've never had to deal with other problems. I wanted to get back this week because there's a big thing going on in my career right now. There's a Rolling Stone profile going on, and if I couldn't be back this week, who knows when that's going to happen. They said, look, we're going to lose the article.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to get it together, and if I'm still sober, I'm going to come back and try to be here for that. The reporter wanted to see me do stand-up, so I have a gig next week in Florida, and I said, well, come to that. And she said, that's too late.
Oh.
So I said, well, what if I book gigs at Caroline's for the weekend of the 8th and 9th? And she said, okay, that's better. And I'll get back. I'll get back to Howard first. Because I said, I'm not going to do a stand-up gig without doing the show first. So
I respect your sister, though. I mean, you are putting her through hell. I realize that in the book. I realize what you're doing to your mother and your sister ain't right.
But it's terrible. Why? I mean, listen, I throw money at the situation, but they don't care, about that. They want me to be healthy.
Yeah, no, you'll put. I mean, I think in a way, even like Stacy. I don't know Stacy, so I'm probably talking out of my ass.
Right.
But she probably can't even get into a relationship with a guy because she's so worried about you.
Well, I'm starting to get hit with that now. And, I love my sister, but I refuse to accept that kind of guilt. I refuse. Look, there's my sister is the best catch on the planet. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's got a great job. She makes money. It's she's met a couple of guys who were, quite frankly, assholes. It's not nothing to do with my life, and it's hard for a single woman to get a good man nowadays. And my sister has standards. I don't mind that, but I'm dealing with a lot of guilt, of guilt. Okay, and
did they get into any therapy with you over there? Like, did they talk to you about like maybe you're feeling guilty? Because when I read the book, it became a couple of things became very clear to me from your book. Number one. You're feeling tremendous guilt not being there, of course, for your father when he fell off the ladder, because that was your job to hold the ladder.
That was the main
thing. Started college and, all that. Secondly, I was going to tell you this, Orlando Jones ain't calling you back, although you say he did now.
He tried to call me. I don't know. I got to see.
But he ain't calling you because you put him through hell.
Right.
I mean, the guy, he's probably afraid of you.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see that.
Well, no, listen, Howard, of course that went through my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like...
Guy hears your voice on his voicemail and gets the shit.
I mean, no, but I
probably like, Jesus Christ.
I figured that out.
Yeah.
Because I was there when I was putting him through hell.
And I want to interview the guy who used his credit card when you shit all over the bed. You know,
well, okay, well, that's Josh.
Yeah, because I got to interview him because, I mean...
That's Josh or Tara, one of the two.
I'm sure after you shit all over the bed, they must have called him and said, hey, dude, you shit all over the bed.
Well, I'll tell you what, I did a couple years later when I was back in L.A. doing the Norm show, I played in a poker game with that guy.
Right.
And he never brought it up to me. And
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I asked him, and he went, they never said anything about it.
Oh, really?
So,
no. So it's not a good story.
I guess the hotel never says anything when people shit.
Yeah, I think they wanted our business again. I mean, we took over. It was you know what? I think it's still there. It's a little piece of shit inn in Malibu, but it's nice because it's right on the ocean, you know.
So we were right when you came in and told us that you had a 4:30 in the morning doctor's appointment, that there was no doctor's appointment.
When I went to the guy to get a doctor's note. I know a guy that will give you a doctor's note if you want it. And I went there, you know, to get it.
To get a doctor's note for what?
Well, just in case I needed it at work.
Oh, heroin?
No, not a prescription. A note saying, look, I saw Artie, I'm a doctor.
Oh.
You know, signed Epstein's mother, you know. The guy,
so what was happening
he's a shady guy.
Oh, what was happening that day? For real?
Well, I was throwing up from a lot of drinking and everything else. And
what else are you doing?
I had this acid reflux, which is away now. And the doctor's note guy said you might have a bleeding ulcer. That's why I'm saying, oh fuck, you know.
So
I was
sick.
Doing?
What else were you doing besides drinking? What else
I was taking
you on?
a lot of painkillers.
Oh, you were?
A lot of painkillers.
What kind of pain
which are opiates? You know, it's like pills for an heroin.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen?
Vicodin and Percocet are.
Where do you think we're going with all this? Honestly,
I don't know, Howard.
Do you
book two?
Oy vey.
No, I got a lot.
I want to see you survive. Should I be doing something, man? Because I don't know what to do about
I got a lot left over.
Well, he's saying he wants you to drug test him.
All right, I'll drug test.
Well, that's what I mean. You saying, what should I do? Listen, if you do a random drug test, the first one I fail, I'll leave the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Would that help you?
And that's it.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, what about
Well, because
he wants to leave the show.
But then, if you want to leave the show, you
don't
want to leave the show.
I don't want to leave the show. Come on.
I think she's onto something.
Oh, stop it! I don't want to leave the show.
Why would having me like because
if I see what they're giving me at Caroline's this weekend, I don't want to leave.
Art,
the show.
is that because you think of me as your boss? Like, you need a boss to
Howard,
do that for you?
I think
I don't kind of feel like your boss.
All right, well then let if one of the other executives wants.
But I don't think they're not looking at you like they're like, hey,
Howard, you're saying what should I do? I'm giving you an example. That's all I know how to do. You want me to? You're not going to
I'll drug test you.
If you want to randomly drug test me,
if he?
Okay, what about a 2-week suspension?
No.
Without
you
pay?
want that?
No. I got it.
When I have to go to Miami?
Then drug test me.
No. He has to go to real rehab.
All right. Here's the deal. Here we go.
But I can't do stand-up for 2 months.
Here's your deal. Here's your deal.
Okay.
Right, we're going to drug test you.
All right.
All right, listen to this. Robin's got something going.
Why is Robin's mic on? Why is the one person in the room who thinks logically?
If you fail your drug test,
I'm your conscience.
How about this?
I hear your voice.
If you fail your drug test, you have to make out with high-pitched Mike.
No.
That's not going to happen. Why? So what are you afraid?
Why would you want to kill high-pitched Mike?
We've already had a colonic.
All right, here you go. Here's what happened.
He's a virgin. I've had more on my ass than high-pitched Mike.
The day, Stacy's going to like this. Yeah. The day you fail your drug test.
Yes.
And I don't know what these drug tests even pick up. Do they pick up everything?
There's a lot of urban legends about drug tests. One is weed stays for 30 days.
Go ahead.
Coke is supposed to be 3 days.
Go ahead.
Booze is 24 hours.
Okay.
And
Look at how he knows.
And the rest.
Well, you have to.
Well, and if you drink, I'll tell you what. You know what can get Coke out of your system, and maybe even weed. No, Coke is if you drink. You got to drink like a half a gallon of vinegar before the drug test.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and you won't. All these junkie kids who I went to high school with, a couple of them played baseball with me. They'd be at baseball practice chugging vinegar. Like, what are you doing? I got a piss
Would
test.
it pick up the painkillers?
That I don't know. I don't know. But those are opiates. I guess it also depends on how much you take.
And what about? I heard rumors you're into cough syrup. Is that true?
That's like a no, not like the painkillers. No, cough syrup. I would have to drink 3.5 gallons of it to get high. I got in a situation with that where It was like a mental thing
Yeah.
where I thought if I didn't have it, like a teddy bear, I couldn't perform. I started thinking I'm going to lose my voice on the weekends to do stand-up.
Oh.
But isn't that alcohol cough syrup? Because I knew a
It's
guy.
not even alcohol. It's codeine.
Yeah, I worked with a DJ who was addicted to that. He used to drink tons of cough syrup during his show. I mean, this guy had a real problem.
It's a painkiller.
Right.
It's codeine. You know.
And,
will
a,
it pick
and
it
a cough suppressant.
So if I give you
And
a
a
drug
cough
test,
suppressant.
will it pick it up?
Absolutely.
Oh, will.
Sure, that's codeine. That's an
Okay.
opiate. That's
All
an
right.
opiate. And morphine's in the shit I was taking.
All right, so if you fail your random drug test here,
Okay.
the deal is
I got to go to regular rehab.
you got to go for a month.
a
month?
30-day
30 days.
lockdown.
Like where you got to go.
No going to Miami.
And we pick
No
the
Miami,
rehab.
Robin?
And we pick the rehab. No Miami
And
rehab.
it's
No
gonna
spearmint
be
rhino?
in a cold,
Spearmint
dank place.
No, it's not.
In a shithole where you got to put up the.
I know a
Artie
great
left
place.
Rehab
I know a
'cause he
great-
didn't like the beds.
I know a great place. Oh, Howard, this place, it's the best place in the world. I recommend it to anyone trying to get better, but you know
Can't
what,
be that
guys? You
bad.
got to watch the rugs.
Really?
I had my own suite. I paid. I dropped
suite?
13 grand. I wish it was 13 grand, by the way.
Right.
And I had a suite. Like, you know, I said to my sister in Colin as I'm going to the fucking plane, I said, listen, I'm not fucking shitting with anybody else. I'm not showering with anybody else. I said, I want my own. They said, all right, you'll get all of that.
All right. When you go to our rehab,
No, no.
you're
You
going
could
to
have a
have to
roommate.
do all of that.
You're going to have to clean toilets.
I ain't having a roommate.
You're
I'll go
going
away.
to
I don't want a roommate.
We're going to
Wait a
send
second.
you to Minnesota.
You can't set the. You've got to be a penalty that'll really scare you.
This is enough of a penalty.
No, you get a roommate.
No.
I don't get a
You
roommate.
get a roommate and a toothbrush to clean.
Fuck the two of yous. I'll leave.
Ass napping
That's what I
in.
mean.
See,
Can't
this
win
is
with
the
you.
problem.
Okay,
I'm
but no,
not
this
drug
is a
testing you
this
then.
is a negotiation. All right.
No, I'm not.
I know
drug
a
testing
great
you.
place in La Jolla, California.
No.
No, you don't
Here's the
pick
place.
it.
No, but
You'll like that.
You're going to a place
You don't
upstate
pick it.
New York.
my sister found a really nice place. She said it's good.
That's where you're
a
going.
nice place by the fact that it's a good rehab.
Right. Not that it has nice
Not that
rooms.
it's plush.
That the one your sister wants is the one you got to go to if you fail your drug test.
Okay, I'll agree to
All
that.
right, okay.
Now we're talking.
Wow.
I'm not doing any drugs till the summer.
You're going to ruin the summer at that point.
So is booze included in this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Booze, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Do you want to drink? If you want to drink, we can like.
No, I mean, this is all,
gotta-
listen, I'm in the first month of this shit. It's hard, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you the one thing. Like, I got to a point with Coke where I just had it. I had it. Like, the high isn't worth the shit I'm going through.
Right.
So I really feel like I've gotten to that point with opiates. I feel like that.
Right.
But booze is so prominent. It's tough. But look, okay, that's the deal.
All right.
I'll do that.
I'll set up this random.
So
Gary,
random-
set up a random drug test.
drug testing.
Yeah.
It's got to be ongoing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. Okay.
Jeez, pain in the ass.
Well,
gotta do that.
I
now
smoked.
Gary's like a jailer.
I smoked weed right before I went to rehab.
I thought you meant like
There's
since you
this
got
chick,
back.
the chick that it's funny. Robin remembers this chick, the chick you met.
Oh.
She's a party,
Right.
you know, and she's good looking.
How could you forget her?
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, she's fun. She's what you call fun.
Right.
And you know, a couple days before I went away, she came over to my place. And, so sometimes she's in New York at like 5 a.m. I get a call, and so we smoked weed too. So that would show up now. It's been whatever.
So when would you like your random drug testing to start?
Give me a year.
No. We can start the random drug testing now, knowing that we should see marijuana, but the marijuana should eventually disappear.
All right, listen. So 3 days ago, this chick. No, okay, fine. Whatever you want to do. All right, let's start it. Let's
All
start.
right.
it.
All right, Artie, way to
Because
go.
we can't trust you for a week or two on
Yeah.
your own.
Okay.
Go pee in Fred's cup. I never yesterday got to ask Lisa G why she wouldn't sign that guy's book.
And we haven't asked her this morning.
Ronnie, the limo driver, had a theory to me. I said, yeah, well, maybe she told everyone that she was about to come in here and she didn't want to be distracted. But Ronnie said that wasn't the case at all.
And how long does it take her to sign her name, and how difficult
Exactly.
is that for her?
I think she has an attitude like she doesn't sign things. That's what Ronnie thinks.
But why is that?
I don't know. I think Lisa...
Is she
thinks-
like Ringo? Too many people asking her? You
No,
can't spend all day.
You know how Lisa, like when before Lisa worked with us, she worked on a radio show with Dr. Dre and
Ed Lover, yeah.
Ed Lover, and she has this whole thing where I think she thinks she was bigger than she was.
Well, she said she was chased down the street like
by
a
her
beetle
fans,
or something.
like the Beatles. So at first I thought, well, maybe she didn't want to sign because it's my book and she didn't write it or something. But like everyone was just signing it, right, Ronnie?
Yeah, I mean, everybody signed it, and it was like, I felt bad for the guy because he just got his face with balls in it, with chocolate syrup and everything. And then, like, she refused to sign the guy's book, and the guy even looked at me like, what's wrong with her?
Right.
You know, why wouldn't she? And she just gave him, like, a whole attitude.
I don't know, Lisa. That does strike me as odd. Like,
oh, it's so true, Lisa. Don't even deny it. Come on.
I think you would be complimented that
I said to him I would sign his book after his segment.
And you didn't.
I left. I had to go. I had an interview.
Why after his segment? Why couldn't he was standing right there with him?
Because I was waiting for Howard to call my name.
And so what?
So let's say if I called your name, then you just run in.
Or you could have signed it when you came out.
You were in the green room with him where he was in the green room where the radio was up, so you wouldn't have had to not listen to the show to sign the book.
I just felt it was more appropriate for me. You're a priority to me. I'm waiting there for you. He walked out of the green room. I know that Ronnie doesn't like it when guests walk out of the green room.
No, he was in the green room.
But
not the one that he was assigned to.
Yes,
I also heard on Superfan Roundtable you wouldn't sign an autograph, too.
Well, she wouldn't take a picture.
She wouldn't take a picture, yeah.
With who? Last time I took a picture with someone, everyone got mad at me for taking a picture with the girl that came up here about the camel toe thing.
Oh.
She took it. So, I don't know what's right, what's wrong, a picture, no picture, So you're a priority. I will sign an autograph if there's time, and if I feel it's appropriate for me to be near a guest, I'll sign an autograph. And it's also a little strange that if it's your book, for me to sign your book, I feel a little weird about that, too.
I think that's what was going on.
See, there is some of that.
She's waiting to write her own book.
No, that's not it at all. And also, let's say I went to cover Artie's book signing at Barnes & Noble. I'm on a deadline. It's Artie's event. He's there to sign his books. I know a lot of fans wanted me to sign books and things like that, but I was on a deadline and I had to get back to do my work. So my work's my priority.
Ronnie, you don't buy it, right?
No.
What do you think's going on?
I don't know. I can't figure her out. She could stand in that green room and talk to every guest that walks in here before they're interviewed by you.
Right.
But she couldn't sign the guy's book.
Right. If Howie Mandel said, "Could you sign the book?" she'd have signed it.
Yeah, she was in there with Howie Mandel this morning.
I wasn't in there.
Telling about cat hair on her pants.
That's not what happened. He was being delinted.
Oh.
I said to him just very friendly that, I have that problem because I have a cat. I've got cat hair all over me all the time.
Right.
And when I was on the Food Network on Iron Chef, there was someone standing there with a lint brush the entire taping just delinting you.
Do you think he gives a shit about that?
I just thought it was a funny story.
So your point is that she has time to tell Howie Mandel about cat lists.
Right,
she
but she couldn't sign the guy's book.
And
she was waiting for you to be called in,
right.
too.
A lot of the guys
Same
you think you're too good to sign the
Oh, no, that's not at all.
No?
No, I just, it's like, am I in the right? Am I in the wrong?
Sometimes I think Lisa thinks she's a bigger star because Lisa was on a morning show where she used to be chased around like she was in the Beatles.
No, yes. No, look, Howard,
what's that thing on your Facebook page or your website? Lisa, came to us and said, Gary said, whenever you have something really good, like a photo or something, you should put it on the howardstern.com thing. So she offered us the roll call tape. So we were like, well, what's a roll call tape? She goes, that was a very popular, very, very popular part of the, what show were you on? The Dr. Dre show?
It was Ed, Lisa, and Dre, the Hot 97 morning show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes, I am going to post the roll call on my website, but I'd give it to you guys if you want to post it. I said, well, what is the roll call? I have to hear this. So Gary played it for me. I'm like, this was popular?
What was so popular. See, here's the thing.
I've listened to it twice now. I still can't even figure out what it is.
Well,
and you're not even in it.
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yeah. Well, it was so popular. Howard,
and people write you and say,
we did it at 7:20 every morning. That's how big it was.
Listen to this. Robin, have you ever heard about we were in radio how many years? I've never heard about roll call.
Never heard it.
And you do It's the Roll Call?
We did it for years.
Let me hear you do that. Go ahead.
What's up, y'all? What you got to say? Who's on the phone with Ed, Lisa, and Dre? What? Howard, it was the biggest thing. You know how important 7:20 was every morning, right? Didn't PDs tell you to do something at 7:20?
Who listened to PDs? What do you mean? Was 7:20s important?
That was the big break. We had to do contests and stuff.
Really?
You don't remember that?
No,
we never had to deal with that.
I never did it.
Lucky.
I was just number one. I never worried
know
about
you were.
7:20.
You know what it is?
I was doing something big every 5 seconds. Forget about 7:20.
I was just about to say that. From 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock.
No, I mean when you were first starting out. That's what I mean.
7:20. You guys did that. No wonder you were on top.
You're so lucky.
7:20.
Even Kid Kelly, we were talking about 7:20.
7:20. I wouldn't do that if it was 7:15. 7:20.
Did they ever do it at 7:21?
No, 7:20.
How about Lisa singing about Brownsville?
Wow.
She's never even been to Brownsville.
Brownsville in the house. Where's
Brownsville in the house. Should we start doing roll call? Those guys aren't on the air anymore. Maybe we need to take that over.
It was so popular.
Yeah.
See, when I talk to you about this, it brings up, I get a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, I would too.
Because with 7:20, we had to do this and say this then and do.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're all off the air.
I know.
All that Michigan.
It's another whole story. I know.
Why are you off the air?
If
this was so popular. What the hell happened?
Howard, I don't know.
I'll tell you what happened. The show didn't have ratings.
Yeah, we did very well.
You did? So
and they wanted the new flavor of the month.
Really? Who was that?
I don't. It took them a year or so to replace us. I don't even remember.
I see. I never heard of that. When somebody's good, they keep them. I don't have a flavor of the month.
Would you get rid of this?
No. When you got the roll call, let's study it so we can do it tomorrow.
7:20.
Now, what is it? It's all pre-produced, obviously. The girl is cut in. It's not live.
That was live.
Was it live?
Yes, every
day. She was
day.
able to do that girl?
Every morning.
Wow.
She'd be ready with a rap.
The lines would.
You have to always use this song?
You mean you just plunk down the phone? And
we had the track. We had the musical track.
Okay, gang. Every day at 7:20.
Oh, get out of here.
We're doing roll call.
I'm getting tired of it already.
And wait till our fans get on and have to fuck this thing up. Let me hear this bed. You got to get me the bed, Lisa.
All right, it's
I could probably get Scott to recreate it.
But we got to get people from Brownsville to go in?
Yeah. Good luck.
No, I guess you could be from anywhere.
Anywhere could do it. Like
Hempstead in the house.
Yeah. Like we'll get Bobo doing it.
Yeah.
And then we had a contest at 7:20 every morning. It was the whole Clear Channel chain, I think, at 7:20.
And look how well they're doing from following this 7:20 rule.
Yeah, apparently somebody figured out 7:20, and it's really working.
Think how stupid that is. Like at 7:20, suddenly, I know what Lisa's referring to, of course. There's this whole theory with radio because program directors want to feel worthwhile, and it's all bullshit about dragging listeners through quarter hours. So if you at 7:20, it's an important time in the morning. It's drive time,
and that's probably the highest quarter hour or something.
And if you keep promoting something good, you could drag them through from 7 o'clock to 7:20, so you get 2 quarter hours.
Yeah.
So it's so stupid because if you're doing a good show, people are just listening. Who the fuck is going to all of a sudden program something special at 7:20? You better program something special every 10 seconds if you're going to keep a radio audience.
How about just being good?
Right. So, I never concentrated on 7:20, but I know what Lisa means.
Oh, we would start promoting it at 6.
Right. 7:20, we're doing roll call. Meanwhile, so you're waiting for roll call. Look what the hell it is.
And roll call is nothing.
And this is how we do it.
I think I could live without this.
You sure could. All right, now what you're going to do, Robin?
What?
You're going to
Every day, baby.
And Artie's pretty good at rap too, because he does Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
He could be back there going roll call, roll call, roll call.
Every day, baby.
Every day. Yeah.
7:20.
And I'll be like 7:20. This is how we roll.
Every
roll
day,
call.
every day.
Every day we do the same exact thing.
Howard, I used to say to them in meetings, look, Howard Stern is number one. He talks about real life.
Right.
That's why he's number one.
Right. Well, why didn't they listen to you, those two schlubs?
No, not Ed and Dre.
No, she's talking program directors and
Okay.
stuff, I'm sure.
What do you go into? You go into commercial after that, or do you go into music?
It's at 7:20. Stops probably.
No, stops at?
Maybe, because we already did the roll call, get the commercial. Then we want that 7:30 sweep.
I didn't know how into radio you were. Look at you with your road calls and your sweeps and your.
I was your biggest fan.
Wow.
I should go on all these TV network shows. Let's say if you got into trouble.
Yeah.
Sticking up for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, baby, you want to do roll call?
Hey, Howard, this is Lakeisha from Brownsville. I want to do the roll call.
All right. Fred, you got any kind of music you can give me?
I can find something.
It's
any Neil Young?
Hold on, LaQuisha.
You got it.
All right. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. It's the roll call.
It's the roll call.
LaQuisha in the house. Go ahead, LaQuisha.
The Howard Stern Show do crazy stunts, and Lisa G is a stupid cunt.
In the house, in the house. Roll call, in the house.
The Howard Unfiltered show be the show for me, except for that stupid hoe, Lisa G.
Lisa G.
Yo, the Unfiltered show, it really rocks that Lisa G.
Lisa G.
Lisa's in the house. Lisa's in the house.
She needs some cops.
Lisa's in the house. Lakeisha
sign your book.
Lakeisha in the house.
The Unfiltered show make my pussy itch. I want to punch Lisa G, that stupid bitch.
Stupid bitch in the house. Stupid bitch in the house.
I like it.
Oh, yeah, Howard, you the man. You dope. You off the hook, nigga. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Lakeisha.
Lisa for Brownsville, motherfucker. Don't forget it.
All right, baby.
Brownsville's in the house.
Lakeisha in the house.
Lisa G's crease, motherfucker. Word out.
All right, baby. There she goes.
Quisha had several raps prepared.
She was good. Hope she calls in tomorrow.
At 7:20.
Yeah, I didn't like her calling Lisa G the C word.
Yeah.
I think that was right.
Went for the knockout punch right away.
All right, let's go to Matt. Matt, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Haverhill's in the house.
Haverhill's in the house.
Haverhill in the house.
Every time you get a call, that's what you got to do. Yeah, I just wanted to say I was in that Superfan trivia contest, and while I was waiting in the green room, like Artie came in, gave us Jack and Coke, which is fucking awesome, by the way, Artie. And I got pictures with everybody on the staff, including you, Howard, but Lisa G would not take a friggin' picture with me. Why, Lisa?
It's too good.
We're just like, no.
Yeah.
When was this?
I remember when Matt was down here.
He
Yeah,
was
that was
one
for
of
the
the
super
super
fans.
fans from Boston.
Yeah.
I asked you, Lisa.
Trivia contest.
You said,
See, the thing is,
Lisa,
like, if I'm
Lisa.
in the hallway and then Ronnie gets mad at me, it's, I have to kind of feel out.
All right. Lisa claims it's a Ronnie thing.
No,
It's Ronnie. It's Ronnie.
I'm not blaming you. It's just sometimes if it's very crowded back there, I've got to feel out the situation. Then Ronnie would go mad, clear out the hallways. You're taking a picture. I just have to feel it out. That's all. I'm not blaming you.
What are you saying, Ronnie?
What kind of shit is she handing us, man? Really?
She's off on this one.
Yeah, definitely.
It wasn't that kind of situation. When they want to clear the halls, it's because Lisa's usually sniffing around a celebrity to, sort of have contact with him. This was a guy, a super nice guy, by the way, and everybody walked by. It was like the whole process would have taken. It took her longer to say no than it took her to sign it.
Right. Well, Lisa was
Well,
part
I
of
feel
Road
badly.
Fun.
Dude,
Lisa was part of a very big morning show.
I took the guy's book yesterday, and I walked around and had everybody. Artie, remember?
Yeah.
I had everybody sign it.
Right.
And I would have come back when I was doing an interview when you were looking for me at
You could have
8:30.
signed it when you never even got called in yesterday. You could have signed the guy's book.
No, Howard called for me, and I was busy doing an interview. I couldn't. I was on the phone.
I thought Howard's number one though.
He is, but I was doing
But
an
you
interview.
weren't
It would
here
have been
when he called
unprofessional
you.
for me
You
to
weren't here
hang
when
up
he
the
called
phone
you,
while
though.
I'm doing an interview.
Yeah, Howard's number one. Remember, in your eyes.
I was doing my job.
No,
And you're not doing yours because who's guarding the halls out
There's
there?
nobody here now. The guests are gone already.
How do you know? Maybe someone snuck in.
Nobody could sneak in. I'm in here.
What? All right.
Nobody's going to
All
sneak
right.
in here. I'm here.
You two ought to get together, I swear.
No,
Ronnie's
no.
obsessed with you.
No.
yeah, they need to fuck.
Please. I'd make a head spin around in circles.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Whoa.
Really?
What do you mean? You don't think she's ever had it from a guy like you?
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Ronnie is good in bed.
She
I've
needs
heard
a
stories.
dirty boy like me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You would
Are you
feature...
wearing heels today?
No, I'm wearing regular.
Yes, you
The
are.
regular shoes.
There's like 2-inch heels on his
Stop. It's
shoes.
the
You know,
same
he does
shoes
look
I wear
tall,
all
though.
the time.
Howard, can I ask Lisa a
Yeah,
question?
don't deflect off onto me. Come on.
Lisa, after every single interview, right, you're out there and you do an interview with the guest, no matter who it is, celebrity or whackpacker, correct?
What? I'm out where?
In the hall.
When the person comes out, you're there to interview them, right?
Yeah.
How come you weren't out there for that guy yesterday that wanted you to sign his book?
I just told you I was doing a phone interview, and you guys were calling me, and I couldn't
Right.
leave. I was in the middle of an interview.
Howard was calling you, and
I
he's
wouldn't have hung
number
up.
one.
Lisa, the interview was later in the morning.
We wanted to talk
Bullshit.
to her. It was way later.
Yeah, way later. Actually, we saw you out in the lobby when we were leaving. Remember, Howard?
Yeah.
I was doing another interview.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. She's full
That was
You're
Chris.
too high and mighty. You're too high and mighty, Lisa.
Yes, that's right. You're right.
So you got to come down to the level of people. I know you were part of the Dr. Dre and
I know. I will.
And,
Starting tomorrow.
I'd love
Yeah.
to be part of that 720 rap.
Yeah, you have a thing for Lisa, Ronnie.
Yeah,
You're
man. I'm telling you, I'm going to make her head spin.
By the way, you look extraordinarily good today, Lisa. I don't know what you're doing, but you look good.
Red is her color.
Red's your
Thank
color.
you.
Wear red every day, and Ronnie will be all worked up.
Yeah, I'm all worked up, man.
Yeah, it is true. If you ever slept with Ronnie, he'd rock your universe. I've heard
Really?
stories about Ronnie as a lover.
Really?
Yeah, Ronnie knows tricks.
Well, who would tell you?
He's
Tell
the
her.
vagina
Ronnie told me.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
He's a vagina whisperer.
Don't worry about it.
Are you a vagina
Look
whisperer?
at her, she's blushing, man.
He is.
Wow. Well, who would tell you? I mean, who would?
I know people.
He knows friends of mine.
Yeah. Ronnie. Seriously, Ronnie is a player. I'm not kidding you.
Like Tiger Woods?
No, but I wouldn't be past Tiger Woods.
Really?
Tiger Woods is an amateur compared to Ronnie.
You sexed?
He doesn't need to.
I'm a Scorpio, baby. Just remember that.
I'm a Scorpio, too.
Yeah, look out.
Oh.
You're in deep shit.
You sexted the text messaging sexting?
What's that?
You sexed?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right.
Without a doubt.
Sorry.
What? Let Ronnie say, give Ronnie permission to sext you. You will be turned on.
Hey, Lisa. Lisa.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've had sex or even made out with a guy?
I'd love to know that, too.
Oh.
What? Give us an ETA.
We all at the Stern Show would love to know that. The
Has it
back
been
office is
over a year
smoking
for
over
you?
that.
Yeah, I'd say.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be frustrating.
I'd say it's way more than a year.
No.
That's shocking. You're a cute girl.
Thank you. It's hard to meet people.
Oh.
Like you always say.
You know Ronnie.
You got me right here, baby.
You know, maybe I got to start looking at him
Have
differently.
you been with a man since you've been at Sirius?
I've dated, yes.
Dated. But you haven't really even kissed a guy since Sirius.
Oh, come on, Howard.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You believe that, Ronnie?
Yeah, I believe she kissed a guy.
Oh, shit!
I don't know why he cares. It's so funny.
I do. Everybody cares. They all want to know.
The whole audience wants to know.
You think she's had sex since we've been at Sirius?
No.
Negative.
Wow. Is that true?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good.
All the way sex?
Why do people care? I'm not telling you about my sex life.
All the way sex?
Ronnie, I'm going to tell you about my personal life.
Have you been laid since you've been here?
I'm not going to answer that.
I bet you haven't.
He's even in the car. He talks about Lisa.
Wow. He's ready to end your drought, Lisa.
Yeah.
Drought.
If you want rain,
You want someone to take the roll call?
Yeah, call him the
he'll
rain
do the roll
man.
call.
She's got to buy me dinner first, though.
You would loosen. I think Lisa would become crazy if
You
she
know,
was with you.
Lisa would come in, her hair would be all tousled.
All wild.
Be fucking awesome, man.
What about all that NASCAR stuff? That's got to go.
It would be fucking. You're not coming to my house.
Oh, you don't want Lisa at your house?
No.
No. Where would you do it? In a hotel?
Nice motel on Queens Boulevard.
A motel, one of those quickie hour-long places.
Yeah.
So romantic.
How many hours do you need?
Nice
Or
bathroom.
the old Q motor inn, you know, they got
I've been there.
You're happy?
take it to the waterfall room.
Is that JFK?
Not the one by JFK. Isn't that? Where's that really? Where's the one
Union
in
Turnpike in the Grand Central.
Right. Yeah. A
Howard,
long time ago.
Why you do win a date with Lisa G?
We did that already.
One guy.
Work.
And the guy lost.
Who are you bringing to my
I'm just
holiday
gonna come
party?
myself.
You just coming on your own? No date.
We could do a threesome that night if you want.
I did meet Mike Portnoy, though.
Oh, no fireworks? Gee, I thought you guys would have hit it off.
Nice guy, Mike.
He is a good guy.
I just said hello to him.
We could do a threesome that night.
Ross killed that one.
We'll go to Q Motor Inn.
Mike Portnoy, yeah. I think Mike's dating somebody
Man.
now.
Hey, Howard.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Would Lisa be willing to bring in guys on the air to vie to be her date
No,
for
I don't
the
want
party?
that. I don't want to bring in some stranger to the party. It's going to be a legit party.
That'd be good, Richard.
Maybe Lisa will meet a guy at the party. You know, these holiday parties from the office. You and Jared might hook up.
Or she'll hook up with Ronnie. Maybe
No, maybe she can hook up with the guy who washes the dishes in the back.
Wouldn't it be crazy, like at the party? Because everyone's going to be. You drink, right, Lisa?
Just a little.
Yeah.
Not very much.
Nah,
Can't have any fun.
Dude,
I do have fun.
She needs a couple of fucking drinks, man.
Wouldn't it be great though? Like if Lisa got crazy with you guys
Dude,
at the
she
party.
came to Rick's one night to cover a story on me. She ran out of that place.
I had asthma.
She
from
saw
all
one boob come out, and when she was out the
they
front
wear
door,
all this glitter lotion and stuff. I had an asthma
she
attack.
had an attack.
Yeah.
They had to call
What
an
if she gets loaded and she starts making out with medicated Pete?
They had to call an ambulance for her.
That's right.
Ambulance. All right. Can I go back to work?
Well,
Go ahead. Go
Okay,
back.
thank you.
She has an
Howard,
interview.
You want to know something? Please be nice, because I heard Lisa eats lunch by herself almost every day.
Aw.
And it's sad.
Aw.
Right. Is that true?
Well, I really don't have a lunch. I eat at my desk or
Right.
downstairs for a quick.
I'm so sorry.
I heard
okay.
I heard everybody leaves the newsroom when you eat lunch. Is that true?
No.
That's what I heard.
Why
come
would
on.
that be?
I don't know.
There's one more quick Lisa G thing. I know it's late, but
I have to go.
she's really pissed at Sal right now.
Oh, you are? Why?
Because she gave Sal a gift, and she
Oh, the
thinks...
picture?
No. Do you want to tell it, Lisa?
Oh, I heard about this. You gave Sal a gift and he threw
I
it away.
gave him a globe because he was so stupid on the geography test.
So Sal took the globe and threw it in the glom box?
No. But I asked him, I said, what happened to the globe? He said, Howard wanted us to clean up our offices, or Tim did, so I brought it home.
Mm-hmm.
So then Shuli said to me about a half hour later, come with me. And I walked back, and the globe was in the glom box.
He threw it out.
Yeah, he threw it out.
And you're really mad about it? You
I
really
was,
think
not
you-
anymore. I love it now on my desk.
Right.
Such a nice thing to have.
All right. Well, good for you, Lisa. And thank you once again for answering these questions. And congratulations on Roll Call. We're going to start doing that a little bit more.
At 7:20?
7:20 will be our time.
Will you start promoting it at 6 when the show
Yeah,
starts?
I'm going to start
Okay,
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Fred, we need beds for the roll call. All
Okay, thank
thank you.
Okay.